suspends wheat exports and global equity funds shed 7% so far in June. You're watching the Daily Brief with Forbes. I'm Ramia Faraj. The UAE has ordered a 4-month suspension in exports and re-exports of wheat and wheat flour originating from India, including free zones, due to interruptions to global trade flows. The Indian government approved exports of wheat to the UAE for domestic consumption in appreciation of the two countries' bilateral relations. It follows their signing of the Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement in February. India outlawed wheat exports that the world was counting on to safeguard its own food security. Mitsubishi Power has inked a deal with ANRPC to install hydrogen combustion technology in Alexandria, which provides 30% of Egypt's gasoline supply for domestic consumption. The existing heavy fuel oil burner will be replaced, enabling the customer to use hydrogen and natural gas as a fuel and significantly reduce carbon emissions. Officials say the innovative fuel conversion solutions will help Egypt achieve its commercial goals while reducing its carbon footprint by 22,000 tons annually. Carlow, a reverse logistics platform in the UAE and Saudi Arabia, has raised $18 million in a Series A round. Carlow says the investment will help it further expand its operations and services in Saudi and the UAE, optimize technology, and contribute to decarbonization in the economy. The round was led by its strategic partner, Saudi-based Al Sulaiman Group. Carlow began as a re-commerce platform, which then grew to become a cloud-based technology platform offering software as a service. The UAE's national health insurance company Daman and Emirates NBD have launched a new financing initiative providing an early payment scheme to Daman's extensive UAE medical network. The scheme leverages Emirates NBD's Smart SCF, which is a fully automated supply chain financing solution. It gives around 2,000 medical facilities an option for early payment of their invoices at an attractive financing rate. Smart SCF's digital solution will help Daman quickly onboard its extensive medical network and will integrate with Daman's systems to support mass claims processing. The 6 GCC countries and Jordan are listed among 52 nations that have no trading tax for a $2,000 profit from stock trading. A study by Broker Chooser reveals this makes them appealing places for investors to reside. In contrast, there are countries that impose high tax rates on earnings from trading. Those with the highest trading tax rates for $2,000 capital gains are located in Europe, with Ireland having the highest capital gains tax at 33%. Global equity funds shed over 7% so far this month due to a slump in stock prices as higher inflation levels fuel worries about more aggressive policy tightening by major central banks. Data from Refinitiv Lipper shows global bond funds have declined 3.5% on average, while money market funds fell 1.4%. With the sharp declines this month, global equity funds have lost 1/5 of their net assets value on average. On the other hand, commodity funds were relatively resilient, posting a gain of 0.4% this month. Binance is taking credit for continuing to recruit, while some of its counterparts, including Coinbase, Gemini, Crypto.com, and BlockFi, are laying off staff. Analytics company Global Data says Binance's decision to continue hiring means its vision is clear and its mindset will position it well during future unpredictability. Global Data says projections that Bitcoin will drop below $20,000 amid wider volatility is a generous rose-tinted outlook on a 6 to 12-month view, as the bottom is yet to come. President Biden is demanding oil companies explain why they aren't putting more gasoline on the market. Biden reportedly wrote to oil companies' executives complaining that they cut back on oil refining to pad their profits. In the letter, Biden writes, at a time of war, refinery profit margins well above normal being passed directly onto American families are not acceptable. Biden added that the lack of refining is driving gas prices up faster than oil prices. European Central Bank policymakers have called an emergency meeting as more indebted Eurozone countries come under pressure from rising borrowing costs. A week after its regular gathering, the Governing Council is holding an ad hoc meeting to discuss current market conditions. Consumer prices rose at an 8.1% pace in May, an all-time high, and well above the ECB's own 2% target. Under pressure from soaring inflation in the Eurozone, the ECB last week announced its first planned interest rate hike in over a decade. U.S. chipmaker Qualcomm has won its fight against a $1.05 billion fine imposed by EU antitrust regulators 4 years ago. The fine was for paying Apple to use only its chips and blocking out rivals such as Intel. The EU says the anti-competitive practice took place from 2011 to 2016, with Qualcomm paying billions of dollars to Apple to use its chips in all of its iPhones and iPads. The court annulled the EU findings, saying procedural irregularities affected Qualcomm's rights of defense and invalidate the Commission's analysis of its conduct. Swiss Aerospace has reopened after a computer glitch grounded flights across the country for several hours this morning. Authorities say 2,000 people saw their flights affected when SkyGuide experienced technical difficulties. They say there won't be a return to normal until tomorrow morning. Let's take a look now at today's Forbes Real-Time Billionaires ranking. It tracks the daily ups and downs of the world's richest people. Our biggest winner today is Oracle's Larry Ellison, up $7.4 billion with net wealth of $96.4 billion. Our second biggest winner today is Elon Musk, up $3.7 billion with net wealth of $206.9 billion. And our third place winner is fracking pioneer Harold Hamm, up $2.9 billion with net wealth of $22 billion. Check out our website and our social media for all of the latest Billionaires news. Amazon will begin drone deliveries in the U.S. later this year. The retail giant says customers in Lockford, California will be among the first to receive Prime Air drone deliveries. Customers will get parcels dropped in their backyards. Amazon made its first customer drone delivery in the UK in 2016. I'm Ramya Faraj. This is the Daily Brief. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.